Hinduism is the oldest living religion in the world and the third largest. More than 1 billion Hindus live in 150 different countries, mostly in India. The United States alone is home to over 2 million Hindus.
Currently, about 15% of the world's population subscribes to Hinduism, with roughly 99% of Hindus residing in India and Nepal. By 2050, Hinduism is expected to grow by 34% to about 1.4 billion adherents globally.
So it's February 2013. I'm here on the shores of the mighty Ganges River to be witness to one of the greatest and biggest human gatherings on the planet. It's actually a Hindu religious festival that takes place every 12 years, and they call it the Maha Kumbh Mela.
Then they come, wave upon wave of spiritually charged, naked warriors.
Look at this. Oh, it looks like an army. It's amazing.
For a Hindu, the mandir is the home of God on earth. So for a Hindu to visit a temple is like visiting God. And the reason why a Hindu would go to a mandir or a temple is because he wishes to get sight of the deity of his choice. He wishes to see God. You might wish to announce your presence to God. So sometimes a bell is rung to say that I am here, O Lord. Please look at me. I have come here to visit you. And as soon as he goes there, of course his main attention is drawn toward the deity of his choice, the central deity, the key deity in every temple. And the temple that we are visiting today is devoted to the idea of God as female, as the mother goddess. So he will immediately be drawn to the central shrine and pay his respects by bowing down to the image in the center of the temple. And the Hindus are not apologetic about using images to worship God, because this is the best way, the symbolic way of reaching out to God.
They eat leftovers from human dead bodies. They drink in a bowl made of human skull, and they wear ash from a human pyre. Known as the followers of Lord Shiva, these are the Aghoris. A place considered dreadful by others is home for Aghoris, the Hindu cremation ground. Followers of Lord Shiva, the most powerful of all Hindu gods and considered the destroyer, these Aghoris follow occult practices dating back to the 5th century AD. The Kamakhya temple, situated on top of the Nilachal hill in Guwahati in northeast India, is the center of widely practiced powerful tantric or black magic cult in India. Legend has it that the temple of Kamakhya Devi, consort of Lord Shiva, came into existence when the Lord was carrying the corpse of his wife, and her yoni, or the female genitalia, fell to the ground at the spot where the temple now stands. The Ambubachi Mela, the second largest religious congregation of people in the world, is held at the temple every year during monsoon, as the devotees believe that the goddess Kamakhya goes through her menstrual cycle at that time. Therefore, the temple remains closed for 3 days. On the 4th day, the temple reopens, and thousands of devotees and sadhus of all sects make a mad rush to receive the unique and highly powerful prasad, which is small bits of cloth, supposedly moist with the menstrual fluid of goddess Kamakhya. Many of the Aghoris come here during this time before starting their initiation for the blessings of goddess Kamakhya. The life of an Aghori sadhu is not easy. To become like them, one has to meditate for about 12 years and complete certain rituals under the guidance of an Aghori guru in order to enhance one's spiritual strength. Aghoris use wood from pyres, clothes from dead bodies, ash of burnt bodies, and the like in their rituals. There are certain rules one must follow to become an Aghori. Firstly, an Aghori must find a teacher and do what the teacher tells him to do. An Aghori must find a human skull, known as the Kapala, and use only this as his food bowl before initiation. An Aghori must apply the ash of a pyre to his body during meditation. The final part of the ritual requires eating of rotten human flesh and also meditating while sitting on a dead corpse, symbolizing the rise from Shava to Shiva. He should live his entire life at the cremation ground and eat and drink only through the Kapala. Many of the Aghoris roam around naked, representing the true human form and their detachment from this world of mortals, who according to them live in a world of illusion or Maya. Through this, they transcend human feelings of love, hatred, jealousy and pride. There are many Aghoris walking the streets of northern India with their own Kapala or human skull cap. These Aghoris eat things like rotten food, leftover food from garbage dumps, animal feces and animal urine. They regularly perform their rituals to attain the highest level in Aghoratva, the enlightenment. Aghoris believe that God exists in everything, whether it is cow dung or food. Nothing is unholy or inauspicious for them. Everything is sacred. They gain their powers by doing things that are considered unholy or unclean by society. The more they blur the line between clean and unclean, holy and unholy, good and bad, the more powers they get. Aghoris follow the simple rule that the universe resides in them and they try to attain enlightenment by self-realization.
Hello.
Om Namo Narayan,
Hello, Narayan.
As I'm being accepted into this community, I am privileged to meet one of the most sacred sadhus here. He's taken extreme self-sacrifice to the next level.
How long has he had the arm raised like that?
His arm has been raised for more than 40 years.
More than 40 years. And so he never cut his nails in 40 years, right?
For 40 years it's been like that. He raised his arm and never put it down.
Is it something you needed to do for yourself or for someone else, or?
This is the ancient yoga.
So I'm sure that if you told people in California that this is yoga, they'd faint. You know, all these girls or guys who do the yoga over there.
Reincarnation is the central Indian belief that the soul, Atman, is reborn in a new body time and time again to grow and mature through all the experiences human life has to offer. Eventually, every soul achieves salvation by realizing its oneness with God and is no longer reborn. Hindus do not believe in a Satan or an eternal hell.
There is an end to the cycle of death and rebirth. It's called Moksha. It's reached by always trying to be the best we can be.
If you get to Moksha, you would be one with God and you feel really good. It just tells me that I should always do good and I'll improve and my next life will be better.
We believe in rebirth, in reincarnation, and eventually, once we have become perfected, we'll achieve moksha, where we'll merge with God. The soul is essentially one with Brahman already. We just don't know it yet. We have this veil of Maya, or illusion, which gives us the idea that we are separate from God. Once we have achieved enlightenment, then we will merge with God like a drop of water into the ocean. Since we are essentially God, ask yourself, why are you here? Because it's fun.
I mean, look,